air right now.
You mentioned the Washington thing yet. I write all this stuff down, Nate, that Schrage says. Washington might move up and take a quarterback. You also said before we left the show, watch Kansas City today. Lo and behold, we have news in the NFL. Just hours later, Chiefs GM Brett Veach made the move. Seahawks trading defensive end Frank Clark to the Chiefs for a 2019 first-round pick and a 2020 second-round pick. The teams will also swap 2019 third-round picks. And our own NFL Network insider, Ian Rappaport, reported that Clark and the Chiefs did agree to a 5-year deal, $105.5 million, $63.5 million guaranteed. The contract makes Frank Clark the third highest paid defensive player in the league at just over $21 million per season. So, Nate, looking at you in the trade from the Kansas City side, getting rid of Houston, parting ways with Dee Ford, is this the right move, given the whole map of what happened?
Well, this is a crucial piece for the Seahawks to lose. I mean, they're right outside the top 10 in defense. But when it comes to Kansas City, we've been talking about it here on the show since last season. What are they going to do on the back end? What are they going to do with the DBs and safeties, the back end? They're not concerned about that. They're concerned about the sack end. And they ranked number one in sacks, I believe, with 52. So for them to add to that, you know, after trading away Dee Ford and cutting Justin Houston, what were they going to do to replace that? Because as a wide receiver, if you're not getting to my quarterback, and I know I could torch your DBs, you're cooked. But if you can get to my QB, even if your defensive backfield is suspect, it's going to be difficult for me to make big plays, and that's why they made this move for Frank Clark.
They had a top pass rush last year. Will they this year?
I think they will. This is fascinating to me because I've said this before. I think the Chiefs' defense is the key to the entire AFC. That offense is going to score. But it's like they need rim protectors. And how good is Frank Clark? Maybe if you're a periphery fan, you don't know a ton about Frank Clark up in Seattle. Why don't we take a look exactly how productive Frank Clark is with the shape of a blind resume. Let's take a look right now. Frank Clark, ladies and gentlemen, on the left, over the last 47 and 46 games, 23, 30, 26. As for lost quarterback hits, slightly down. Who's on the right? Who could he possibly stand up to? Give it to the person on the right. Give it to me, please. Unveil the shadow. It's Khalil Mack. Wow. All right? The guy can play. And in Kansas City, they don't need maybe what Mack gives the Bears. You need a big couple third downs every once in a while because your offense is going to put up 40. This, to me, is a power shift in the AFC. If they have Frank Clark in that title game, they beat the New England Patriots, in my opinion.
Really, it's a good blind resume.
It is. Really quickly to button it up, and this is your all-in move. This is your all-in move. The Chiefs are all in for 2019. They've got to get contracts done with Patrick Mahomes in the near future, Tyreek Hill if they keep him, and then obviously Chris Jones, their defense. This is the year. This is the move. I've never seen a team be as all-in as Kansas City is right now, and paying Frank Clark that money, that is their stamp of approval to the fans saying, we're going for it.
I think Schrage has some more gems to drop on this show. It's a 2-hour show before we head down to Nashville. We'll be there live at Tootsie's on the 3rd floor, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's draft week. We're about 20,